I want to switch topics a bit. You are with Peradeniya, the university culture is perhaps well known to you. Something that I keep hearing very a lot when I speak to my father's generation. My father was in Peradeniya as well, and the students who are now in Colombo and Peradeniya as well, is that the political engagement, the political thinking is simply not there. Students are apathetic in Colombo, partly because half of the university, I think, is a high security zone after 6 o'clock, so there's really no space for student life, and that's qualitatively changed. So I keep hearing this, that university life is very different to what it was a generation or two ago.
Right, but I mean, it is not because of this high security zone argument. There's a huge, I mean, changes happening at university students' life. That I completely agree.
That seems to be just pulling them back from any kind of political engagement.
That is there. That is not because of this outside cases.
So what's happening with
no, within the university, there are, I mean, student politics. There aren't, I mean, there is not any piece of, I mean, democracy happening there. That is completely, authoritative kind of system within.
How can we change that?
That is a huge problem. I mean, one of my friend professor told me that, it is uncleared areas of the country. University, student body is the uncleared areas, like in some, areas. It meaning that, I mean, the students are governed by very a small group of people which relates with outside political forces. Then these people don't allow any other new ideas to come into political positioning. I mean, they allow, like, the literature, film, all these other kind of things. They would say that, okay, go ahead. Because they don't want to engage with that thing. But if it is politics, then they are very keen. If it is politics, if very small group is arising in any university. Now, look at last week. I mean, I am a kind of outside observer what happens at Karen University. I mean, one faculty is not belongs to that whole other faculty's political group. Then there's a crash there. That's there.
In terms of the culture, I mean, sorry, I keep coming back to this because it's a wonderful idea, but of engagement, creating the culture of engagement from young university graduates or undergraduates. Now, if it is the case that they are condemned to archaic, outdated, outmoded political ideology and thinking, how are you going to move forward? How will you move forward? What, I want a concrete idea from you.
Now, like, I mean, if you ask me that, I mean, whether I do student-related politics at university, my answer is no, I don't. I was involving when I was in the students' movement. But now what I do is to look at and to change their minding setup, that we need to have open spaces. University is the place where you can develop, that is the place where you develop concept, ideas. But now there's one idea is identified by a group of people, then a student wants to follow that thing. That is the student politics, which we need to involve with, which we need to address very soon. It is a, huge problem.
So who do you think can do that?
In couple of ways. One, who? Like who means, like, same students. One thing is, like, you need to allow them to, allow dissident to develop their positioning. That you need to offer some protections there, because they were beaten, they were, doing a lot of, insults there. Then you need, we need to develop that thing. Then the university staff should also be given some, authority to engage with these kind of things. Then, and the other thing is, like, when these political forces, demolishing in the outside of the university, that would also be effect. Now, I heard that, in some parts of the university, that political forces are not working in that way, but no politics at all at the university at the moment. That is also huge problem.
If I were to ask you, in one sentence, it's a difficult thing, but I usually sometimes do this to people. If in one sentence you could give me an answer to how you would inspire that change that you desire, the culture of engagement, how you would do it?
At the university or at the...
In Sri Lanka.
I think engaging from our positioning, with our positioning to public sphere, that is the only way.
Well, I hope very much that you both have the energy and the commitment from what you're doing and the people you engage with to bring about that change. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah,
this
thank
evening.
you for getting me and having me here. And I mean, this is a part of my engagement.
Thank you.
Thank you.